Even when you're in boot camp, be marching. Hey, left, right, left, right, left. And you got your mind, Johnny, get your gun and fade the rising sun. And you got to keep your mind on what you're doing.
Right.
Because you better think about that girl and something. He said, look around you there, you didn't go back that way. He said, give me 5 laps around that field. He said, what did I do wrong? You wasn't listening.
Right. You wasn't listening. You go get you.
Some of y'all went through Great Lakes. I know that Navy, you go through Great Lakes. And they went through different places. But you've got to learn to listen.
Yes, sir.
That day, I remember, I'll never forget that. When I joined, he said, wipe that smile off your face. And I had to have my hair curled and everything. He said, what's that? He said, you want that hair? He said, well, catch it. Cut off my hair. I was skinny. I was skinny. That's what I'm talking about. But they had to come together.
Right.
And he had to say to the holler, outside. And you be one person be slow getting out there. You know what? The whole tune had to come back in.
Right.
And you say, well, man, I'm going to tell you something. You better get out of here with us, brother. We're going to get you.
Okay.
They would get that fellow with them. They would get it. And all of them go down. And he said, man, why are you so late? Well, I didn't feel good. Well, you said you should have told us or something. You know?
Right.
We got to learn to communicate. Is that right, buddy? All right. I'm just trying to help you.
Come on.
All right. So we live in a corporation, military.
Yeah.
And we, the Pentecostals of the world. And we have a Zion bishop, and we got to come together. I remember they was having trouble about the exercise. They was having trouble about finance. That's one thing in your church too. Bless your pastor. Help your first lady. You don't know what they go through with. To be a pastor wife, they go through something. And sometimes I be holding too long, my wife would do. She helped me. Yeah. And people be talking about your husband there. And it hurts too.
Yeah.
It hurts. And say something good about the man of God. Don't let nobody else talk about it. See, I remember Bishop Taylor and Bishop Caldwell, like, son, I really think you want to be saved. I go down there to him. Everything in my life, I would go and make sure I got it right before I went to bed. I didn't leave nothing. Because I was looking for the Lord to come in.
Yeah.
See, the way they talk. And I would go in and tell him, you know, if I looking at a girl the wrong way, I'd go tell him. Yeah. All right. I didn't mind. I kept myself great. I can hear him say, he lay hands on the overhauling, Lord. Overhaul me completely. Y'all speaking, I'm having some dental work done. I'm 80 now.
Yeah, you're good, Bishop.
Taking care of the first lady, man.
Yeah.
Looking out for the first aid. Yeah. I was 79 with heaven on my mind. I'm still got heaven on my mind. But I'm trying to show you something that can happen. And I didn't let the sun go down on my wrath. And when I left out of that house with Bishop Caldwell, man, it looked like the heaven looked good. I felt good.
Yeah.
Confessed I got everything out of my life.
Yeah.
Because I knew that I did, and before he died, I went in and laid I asked his daughter, I said, can I go see him? She said, well, he's in that passage. I said, but I want to see him.
Yeah.
I took his hand and I said, Bishop, pray for me.
Yeah.
He prayed for me. I asked him to pray for me, get everything out of my life, and I wanted to move on. And you know what? That prayer, that man has some power. Now, he didn't have much education, but he was, oh, all right, Lord. Yeah. You remember that? You remember the old time Bishop McNamara, trust him already. Trust him already.
Yeah.
Man, that's a backup song, too.
Yeah, that's right.
And I could hear Bishop Caldwell, hear you, Israel. The Lord thy God is one Lord. Yeah. So we got to come together, whether it's a meeting, cooperative, sports, military. And when you're in the military, you've got to come together.
Right.
Because that's why so many people get killed.
Right.
Huh? They would tell you the first thing, I used to teach combat. I used to teach it, you know. Contact adjacent units, you know. And see if you want to go to attack phase, you go to war, you get all your people together, you set up a plan, you contact, and you spawn the scrimmage line, and you let them know where you're located, where they're located, and then you tell them what we're going to do. and move out, we all move out together.
Yes.
Nobody can be slow. Huh? If we're going to meet at a certain time, we're going to meet.
Amen.
And the first thing they would do is hit a reveille. Da 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 da. Reveille, reveille. I'm going to get up here. That DI come in there and pull that cover off and throw you out there. You had to be on time.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
So, you work together. And you formulate a plan. That's what we need to do. Your pastor said, I want this done. We meet and get organized. Once we get organized, then we can contact. Y'all got those phones. I know y'all got them nice phones now. You see, we didn't have all that back in the day. Y'all got that phone. I can hear you breaking up. And don't bother me. I'm out here doing